Literally, you feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You feel that tingle of connection. That's what we want it to be. We wanted it to be on the inside and outside. Like, I've never quite seen anything like this before. Right now, you are in the Fairy Forest, which is one of the cottages at the Roxbury at Stratton Falls, which is one of 2 hotels that we own in the Catskill Mountains of upstate New York. The buildings are what we call the mansion. The mansion rooms are the beautiful blacksmith, the mill of the Frozen Falls, the brothers Stratton, the ghost and Mrs. Hicks, the pampered postmaster, the dashing haberdasher, and the fabulous Firkin factory. We built the 8 cottages, made them sort of fairy tale-esque. There is the Lost Horizon, Terraza of the Titans, Crown of the Pendragon, Cinderella's Gown, Superhero Incognito, Galileo's Gate, Dracula's Fangs, and then the Fairy Forest. It's pretty impressive.
Totally different than the average hotel that you walk into. They make your imagination come to life. All the fixtures, all the furniture, absolutely everything is just totally mind-blowing here.
If you want to get away from reality, this is the place to go. It's all about the experience for their clientele. And so it was very important that we design a heating system and cooling system that fits in with their motif and also is quiet. At first, we were talking about PTAC units, which they weren't going to work here. They won't fit, they're too noisy, they're too big.
And I was trying to imagine the Fairy Forest or Cinderella's Gown with these things sticking out of the walls. It would have killed the project.
And then we got a hold of VP Supply and had Ben Kerwin come down. And he brought down the Art Cool unit.
And I was like, I can put a picture in it. So you could put a piece of wallpaper in it and then it would blend with the rest of the room, or make it a thing that helps tell the story of the room. It was a no-brainer after that.
The fact that we could put the indoor units really anywhere in the room, it gave us a ton of flexibility to sort of fit into what they were trying to do on the aesthetic side of the design.
The intent was quiet and out of sight and out of mind. And when you first walk in, you don't even notice that that's a heating and cooling unit that's hanging on the wall.
With these LG units, that's not the first thing you see. You see the room, you experience the room.
There's no way we're going to run any kind of ducted system in here. It was never going to work. We don't even have a space to put a furnace. So we really had to find a way to run everything hidden. And it was successful with the Art Cool system.
On these, you don't always have to use an exterior wall, which also you could have one in the living room and one in the bedroom, and they can be close to each other, but on that same wall, one side, one on the other. So it gives you a lot more opportunity of choice of where you can put them.
You could have the one outdoor unit, and you have multiple indoor units, each with their own thermostat. If they want it hotter or colder, they just turn up those rooms by themselves. It's really the way to go when you have multiple spaces like this. And these units are compact, and the outdoor units are actually fairly quiet too, because we have porches out in the back. People sit outside. So it was all about making it quiet.
It's cold in upstate New York, and it's even colder when you get to elevation in the Catskills, like where the Roxbury is. But for the most part, we rely on the heat pump to provide the primary heating and cooling.
You got to look at the future, and these heat pumps are so efficient, and LG just does a great job.
There's huge energy savings available. There was really quick ROI on using heat pump for heating versus propane. On the air conditioning side, obviously we get the benefits of the inverter compressor, that variable speed compressor that can ramp down and meet the load and only run and use the power that we need to.
We give you reality extensions. You escape from your own life and extend it into one of these experiences, and you never have to leave the room if you don't want to. People do frequently comment on the detail. If the moment you're leaving the door, you turn and you're like, I never noticed that the whole time, then it's mission accomplished.
And the LGs just blend right into everything.